Welcome to Video SOP for A10 KVM switch deployment. In this video, you can learn how to deploy AD, LDAP, with schema type 2 method on A10 KVM over IP switch. Today, we take KN2116A as the example. Although the web GUI interface is old, but it won't affect the result. The AD, LDAP settings, all has been done on this KVM switch. If you don't know how to configure these settings, please refer to another video, how to configure AD LDAP without schema group type method. It will show you how to fill in the correct settings on KVM switch. First, create the schema on your AD LDAP server. Every KVM has its own attribute. You have to create the same attribute on AD LDAP server. You can download LDAP server configuration example file from A10 website. If you cannot find the link, you may try Google it directly. In this file, you can find a table, indicate the corresponding attribute name for each KVM switch. Here, we are going to use the attribute for KN4140V. This attribute also can be used on KN2116A and other KN KVM switches. Create a new attribute on AD LDAP server. Input the corresponding attribute name in this LDAP display name field. The common name can be exactly the same, but in LDAP display name field, LDAP display name needs to match KVM attribute name, especially dash and uppercase letter. About the object ID, it also can be found in the LDAP server configuration example file. Input the corresponding object ID for this KVM switch. If you don't want to use the object ID defined by A10, you can define the object ID by yourself. After that, you have to set syntax. In most cases, you can choose Unicode string, value from 1 to 255. Now you can see the attribute we create listed in this window, its status is active. Next, we have to apply this attribute to every user. Find a class, person, all the users we created on AD LDAP server will belong to this class. Go to Properties setting. In Attributes list, find the attribute we just create. Press OK, and apply. Save this schema and reload this schema. Then we can check whether the attribute really added to the user or not. The user ID we are going to demo is Nicholas. Go to Properties, then you should find the attribute appeared in the list. If you cannot find the attribute, please try restart your computer. After restart, now you can see the attribute appeared in the list, under the user. Double-click the attribute, and fill the value. For A10 with schema type 1 method, Every KVM have different attribute values. If you don't know how to find the values, please also refer to the LDAP server configuration example file. Today, in this video, we are going to show you with Schema Type 2 method. For Type 2 method, authentication takes place on the LDAP server, but authorization is via the KVM switch's user database. So, in the string attribute editor, we key in the values, su/user ID. After the slash, you have to key in KVM user ID. If we look inside this KVM, currently, we only have 2 user ID. We can try use the first ID administrator first. Click OK. Now this user, Nicholas, will have the same permission as the user, administrator on this KVM switch. If you remember, we did not create this user ID, Nicholas, on the KVM switch. This user only exists on AD LDAP server. Now, let us try use this ID, Nicholas, log in the KVM switch. This user Nicholas, is able to log in, and have the administrator permissions. Next, let us create a new user on KVM switch. The user ID is, KVM log. His role is normal user. We only assign system log permission to this new user. Change the attribute value. Original, the user ID after the slash, is administrator. Now we use KVM log instead. Use Nicholas, log in KVM switch again. At this time, you will see this user, Nicholas, only allowed to access the log page. He does not have other permissions. This is AD LDAP authentication with Schema Type 2 method. User ID input attribute values on AD LDAP server must match A10 KVM switch user. AD LDAP user privileges are the same as the ones configured on the A10 KVM switch. Thanks for watching A10 KVM over IP switch deployment.